It is time.
NGS Headline Wave.
Hello everyone! It's time for NGS Headline Wave, the official program of PSO2 New Genesis version 2. I'm Yui Hasegawa and I'll be your host for this broadcast.
Everyone shut up, Yui's on.
I'll be bringing you all the latest info on NGS. Be sure to stay tuned until the end.
Good soundage, good.
Lately, I've been spending all my time in Alter Realm.
I don't believe you, Yui. There's no reason to be there.
I've become a complete shut-in, both in the game and in real life. Also, I'm really happy that my favorite enemy, Rennis Retum, has returned as a high enemy and I can fight it again.
I also don't believe you, Yui.
I'm curious to know what everyone's favorite enemy is. Now, once again, this program is to inform players about...
You're lying. You're stuck in LTQ jail right now, upgrading your armor. Tell the truth.
PSO2 New Genesis version 2, also known as NGS. We will also share messages and answers to player questions from the dev team and provide other game-related info. Tune into this program to learn all you need to know about NGS now and into the future. That's Headline Wave in a nutshell. This is a pre-recorded broadcast. If you would like to watch it in Japanese, you can check it out on
the ad should be ending.
NGS YouTube channel.
People that were stuck in the ad, you didn't miss anything, don't worry. Ah!
Let's move on to the updates
we're
we've
good.
all been waiting for.
We're good now. Yeah, you haven't missed anything, so you're good. Also, if you're watching the video for this and you want to just get the breakdown of the entire thing afterwards, it's going to be at the end. I'm going to include all of this together, so it should be one video altogether.
First off, I'd like to share some info on the August update.
So feel free to skip ahead if that's all you're looking for. But if you want the reaction, enjoy. Dude, the timing was perfect. You missed nothing, guys. Game, by the way, thank you. Great Rappy in the Alter Realm. Interesting. Are we going to farm his ass for money again? Drops joined ya, and oh, yep, there we go. He drops the prog relevances.
We came to see Hibana. This is where she lost her life.
Oh, it's their friend that died.
The war's end still isn't in sight yet. But now, with Vile gone, it felt like a good place in the story.
That's a real crazy concept to think they're gonna say Vile's gone. My only person is just like, we know he has an... What's this? Ah, Super Fantasy Festival, okay. Yeah, it's a really crazy assumption to think Vile's actually gone. We know he has another body he took over. Like, we saw it happen. Hey chat, look, it's an event. I wonder what the event enemies are gonna drop. Oh, an event shop? I wonder what's gonna be in there. Oh, that's an interesting looking dash and glide. Actually looks kind of cool. Fantasy Festival scratch? Okay. Yeah, I like the color too. There it is. Shiva and Luther outfits in NGS spec. There you go. Your Shiva outfits, boys. I mean, we get Luther's outfit, which only people who really care about Luther are going to be happy about that, but it is what it is. Oh, build parts. Shiva's... They're making Shiva's chair a build part. That's kind of cool. Or throne. Oh, camos too. Right. I mean, we already have it, so it's fine. Hero weapon camo is a choice. There's a phantom weapon camo. That's all weapon camo? There it is. Yep. And the stars fell D2. Urgent quest version for people to wipe on. You'll love to see it. You know, the funny thing is, I think I'd kind of like this quest as an urgent quest. Where's the Etoll class? It's simple. You just put on Braver. No, I'm sorry, Braver. Put on Bouncer and Waker. And you have Etoll. Just add Maintain Balance, Shortage HP. And then make sure you also have Waker subclass. LTQ? Okay, no biggie. Oh, there she is. This is an odd way to bring this boss back up first. Is she gonna, watch out for attacks and target large arms? Okay. They didn't say anything. Oh, yep, there it is. I told you the Waker updates were coming, chat. Summons a Marmello crest. You have another crest. They never showed. Oh, they did show the UI. Fighter's Overload and Arts Pursuit Strength and oh, fighter buffs. That's almost double. Holy shit. New equipment. Legend DS update. And the Vulcan update as well. Two new EX augments too. We'll have to check those out at the end of this. Auto Cell is added in as well. Oh, it adds in the names that you use for the multi-weapons. That's hilarious. Okay, looking at the camera, easier. Yeah, doing the Legend DS update as well as the Jovung update. Let's see how that goes. Leave party can now be added in the quick menu. You'd love to see it. I'm not sure if anyone went back and got the screenshots of those EX augments, but if you want to go ahead and pass them to your boy, I'd appreciate it. If you want to DM me in Discord. Oh, Idola. Idola cards. This is just the first half too. Not bad. My boy Jasper. Another headline. Another lack of Jasper outfit. People cry. They're gonna drop cards in content. They're gonna actually drop cards in content, dude. What is this? That's a lot of type 2 dancing, chat. Oh, is this the Toho thing? Yeah, it is. The music, though. Okay. It's a bop. Pepe Jammer, dude. Mm. Mm. I'm actually afraid of uploading this because I feel like they're gonna like nuke me when it comes to the what's it called? When they're nuke me when it comes to the actual DMCA. These look really generic. It's a collab, homie. They're collaboration outfits. Yeah, I might have to mute this in the actual audio. It's cool. I'm recording it natively, so I can always mute that part of the audio. If I had a dime for every time I've had to mute collab music, dude. Well, I'd only have 2 dimes, but I didn't think it'd happen a second time, honestly. I mean, it depends on the outfit you're going for. Have they cosplayed this outfit specifically? I think it's a little weird to like specifically like, oh, well, nah, people have done a better job already. I mean, these are literally direct outfits from the collaboration. I think they're perfectly fine. Get out of here, Yui. Get out of here, Yui.
How was it? Let me go through the details with these slides. Starting with this.
She was hitting the bop, dude.
Starting July 30th, we'll be holding the limited time event Great Rappy in Alter Realm. During the
Interesting.
event until August 6th, a Great Rappy suppression trial will appear in the Alter Realm Exploration Interception
Interesting.
Sector's Altered Investigation.
Interesting.
Trial rewards include Join Dia, which is required to create Altia Domina, as well as Progra Vance, which you need to upgrade to the 12-star rarity Progra armor.
You're saying there's going to be a place to get them outside of the LTQ that sucked this entire time?
Furthermore, starting with this update, the alpha reactors that were previously dropped by Great Rappy will be upgraded to beta reactors.
Yo, they're trying to dunk on deck space. They're trying, they really are.
Be sure to play Alter Realm Exploration Interception Sectors during this event and aim to upgrade your equipment. Limited time tasks will also be added for this event.
Freedom Chat, you were never jailed to begin with.
Complete these tasks.
I told you guys just wait till the next update. There was going to be
Silver Big
something.
Bang Scratch tickets and Gold Big Bang Scratch ticket July 2025. Next is the AC Scratch Ticket AC Support Item Select July 2025.
Wait, the AC support is back?
This Scratch Ticket offers Rady type abilities and support
Who could have
items
guessed
for
this?
any Adventuring Arcs Defender. Enhance your weapons and armor and aim for even greater heights. The Revival AC Scratch Ticket Rewind Collection August 2025 will be available from August 1st. This AC Scratch Ticket contains prizes from August's past. As a scratch count bonus, in addition to motion changes that were also previously offered as bonuses, you can also get the PSO2 style weapon camo, Crimson Slash.
Wait, Crimson Slash is a scratch count bonus? Glad I already have that. Get fucked.
Then, starting August 6th, we'll be holding a special campaign to celebrate the 13th anniversary of PSO2 called the Super
It's in
Fantasy
the
Festival.
bad shop in base PSO2.
From August 6th to September 2nd, a series of various campaigns will be held, including fantastic weekly
Yo,
events and
red sword and
high-powered
blue?
lists.
Red weapon, blue weapon?
So come join the party in NGS version 2.
Hey, just go get it from
First,
base.
let's take a look at the campaigns starting on August 6th.
Red Almighty and blue Almighty, let's go.
AC version of the free scratch ticket is making its debut. Introducing the up to 100 free draws 10-a-day free AC Scratch.
Wait, what?
In addition to AC Scratch ticket prizes previously released in PSO2, There will also be acrylic stand-style build parts featuring new illustrations of characters such as Matoi, Zeno, and Risa.
That's interesting. It's an AC
Be sure to
scratch,
check out the new weapon
100
camo Red
free
Almighty and
draws.
Blue Almighty too.
They like, y'all want boobs?
PSO2 13
Crash the booba
with
market.
the same lineup will also be available at the same time.
Crash it.
Don't miss your chance to get new items.
Dude, that's straight up free cosmetics. That's pretty dope.
Enjoy Super Reward Box Vial with 50% more rewards, including SG and Beta reactors. Clear the box to get the emote Loser Pose Plus in Step 2. The Super Treasure Scratch will start on August 20th. The emote Shiva Pose 1 Plus is available as the Scratch Count bonus. There will also be pre-announced urgent quests to coincide with the Super Reward Box. Plus, you won't want to miss out on the weekly PSO2 movie concerts.
Now they're doing movie concerts for the previous movies. Interesting.
We will also be holding the PSO2 playback campaign. Complete the PSO2 story up to episode 6 to receive one prize slip for each of the scratch tickets currently available in PSO2 blocks.
Go do the story.
We are also introducing a new scratch ticket, the N Meseta Scratch, which can be drawn using N Meseta. It will feature a wide lineup of items previously released in PSO2, as well as newly released items.
Cosmetics
Meseta Scratch tickets
purely.
can be purchased at the treasure shop.
Wait, what?
Other campaigns such
That's
as weekly
new.
campaigns for luxurious gifts and unlimited salon use will also be held sequentially.
I mean, scratch tickets for money is
Enjoy
a
all these
interesting
fantastic
situation.
festivities. Now, let's move back to the update information.
Okay.
A new mini episode will be released on August 6th. Continuing from the episode released in June, the story will depict the thoughts and resolutions that each of your companions hold in their hearts after the
Trying to drain the
battle with
Meseta.
Gaia.
Probably trying to counteract some of the Meseta inflation they've caused,
There
unfortunately.
will also be a part related to what happened in the past between Crawford and Glenn, and you don't want to miss out. This episode will be unlocked as you progress through the main tasks.
I just don't understand how they can continuously say things like we've
Haven't advanced the main
defeated Vile.
tasks yet? Now's the time.
Like Vile's gone. Like we just totally didn't watch Vile take over a body.
Next, we have the Super Fantasy Festival to celebrate PSO2's 13th anniversary. Lillipans are coming back to various locations, and Ceramo Rappy, Ceramo Great Rappy, and Ceramo Emperor Rappy are all joining to liven up the event. Shandy is coming too, and she's keeping it stylish with a casual denim style outfit. She is investigating enemy movement in Halpha, so see what she has to say. Limited time tasks will also be added for the seasonal event.
Yeah, that Jandy fit is really good.
Complete these tasks to earn
Meaning you guys will
EA
likely get it
Customization Disc X Omni,
2 weeks
N
after.
Master Cubes, Arms Refiner 2, Super Fantasy Festival 2025 SP Scratch tickets, and more.
We didn't defeat
Title
Vile. We
cards will
defeated a
also
big
be
version of
available.
Vile, but
You can earn titles
they're just
and
completely
end
forgetting the
autodefense
fact
with
that
vouchers.
he took over that body that we that what's his face was supposed to be using.
Super Fantasy Festival 2025 Scratch and N Meseta Scratch will also be available in conjunction with the event. The Super Fantasy Festival 2025 Scratch offers NGS spec versions of Shiva and Luther's outfits from PSO2, among other items.
Since they literally have already
New
addressed
items
this.
such as the Weapon Camo, Guide to the Annihilation, a refined NGS version of Feinschwein, as well as a music disc featuring Shiva's character song. Other hard-to-get
Vile's
items
dead
are
and I see
also
the body,
available in
agree.
the lineup and scratch count bonus, so be sure to check them out too. We also plan to add some of the items available in the Super Fantasy Festival SP Scratch to the regular special Scratch lineup after the event ends. When this happens, the items will become harder to get, so be sure to get all the items you want fast. The Super Fantasy Festival 2025 SP Scratch tickets needed to play this Scratch ticket are available in the seasonal points exchange shop as well as through limited time quests. Additionally, in the newly introduced N Meseta Scratch, you will find emotes and accessories previously distributed in the PSO2 Fun Scratch ticket, as well as new items such as Ex Machina Wings B, Aina Super Fan Blade, and stamps.
Cool stuff.
The N Meseta Scratch tickets required to play this scratch will be available in the treasure shop, so be sure to take a look.
I wonder how expensive that's going to be. An N Meseta scratch is not something that I saw on the bingo
we have
card.
the new limited time urgent quest and the Stars Fell D2. This quest is the urgent quest version of the major target suppression mission, and the Stars
5 mil per
Flash
pull.
was released in June. The basic quest content is the same, but now up to 8 players can participate. In addition, the quest failure conditions, as well as enemy HP and attack power, have been eased, making it more accessible.
Let's just remove the
This quest also serves as a stepping stone to getting through and the stars crashed, so please take this opportunity to give it a try.
they should just remove the thing that causes
Now, I'd like to introduce the new limited time quest,
the failure
Drill,
clause
Cool
and then
Summer
leave
Dash.
everything else.
In this quest, up to 8 players can join in and glide across the sea on floating boards, aiming to defeat the boss enemy in the final area. Gameplay elements such as blast design are placed along the way, so use them to your advantage in battle.
The damage is fine in my opinion. People will crater, but let them crater.
This quest offers a new experience that feels like surfing under the blue sky, perfect for a Halfa getaway.
This looks pretty cool.
There will also be limited time tasks added to go with this limited time quest.
The story's been dry and dull.
These tasks will
To
offer rewards
be
such
fair,
as Super Fantasy Festival
I think it's
2025
a little-
scratch tickets and N Augment transfer
I'll talk about it more later.
Coming after that is the new trigger quest, Drill, Ruin D Hunal
This is a
Battle.
weird way to introduce this boss.
Up to
Can't say
4
I'm the
arch
biggest fan of
defenders
it.
can join forces to defeat the ruinous boss enemy, Ruin D Hunal, who is making its first appearance in this quest.
The 4-man LTQ.
Ruin D Hunal is characterized by its large arms on both sides equipped with a cannon and a sword. Be careful as it will attack arcs with fast-paced moves that can target both close and long range.
Come out, forgot the headline was today. That's
Trigger
why I
item
post it in
required to
Discord all the
accept
time.
This quest can be obtained from the limited time quest, Drill, Cool Summer Dash, which begins on the same day, as well as from the other limited time quests released during the 2025 Super Fantasy Festival. It's been a long time since I've seen my old pal Dio Hunal from PSO2.
Yeah, but like,
Also,
are they gonna
rank
resist
4, level 105,
stuff?
will be added to the trigger quest, Drill, Mining Rig Defense,
mm,
Red Tap.
Resist weapon types?
Levels have been increased and rewards have been updated, so this is
I
a
will
great
lose my
time to
mind,
play.
dude.
In April, we updated
Yeah,
Breaker.
unlikely.
Now it's Waker's turn. In addition to balance changes, we'll be introducing a new class skill that makes some Marmello attacks leave Marmello crests, which attack periodically for a set amount of time. This crest's periodic attacks make it easier to fill your Fredron and Wolfen focus gauges. Fighter and gunner balance adjustments will also be coming alongside the Waker update. In addition to potency buffs to fighters' fighter arts pursuit and gunners' chain trigger increased class skills, some of their moves have been adjusted as well. Be sure to give them a spin. Look out for the new Legend 2 weapon series, Leyend.
Oh wait,
Leyend weapons boast a potential that applies a limited time debuff to attacked enemies, which lowers the damage they deal.
this isn't Legend Dio's upgrade.
While this debuff is in
This
effect,
is a
players
new
using
Legend
Leyend
weapon.
series weapons can both decrease their damage taken from the target enemy, as well as increase their potency against it. You can extend the time this debuff is applied by attacking the enemy again.
Oh, the new Exog. Hang on. Potency. When you take
Additionally,
9% of your
the new
max damage.
13-star rarity Volgan weapon series will be making its debut. The 13-star rarity Juvol weapon series can be upgraded into Volgan weapons. It has boosted stats over the Juvolg series as well as more powerful potentials. The items required for upgrading can be obtained from limited time quests and other content.
Evade
So take on new
onslaught.
challenges to
That's what I'm
upgrade your gear.
Oh, damn.
2 new
Evade
EX
onslaught
augments
seems
will
really
also be
good.
added. These EX augments boast even more powerful effects when combined with previously released EX augments.
Yeah, Evade onslaught seems really strong. Pain Provoke is a weird spot. Actually, Pain Provoke would work.
You can obtain Juvolg and Clearodym series weapons with these EX augments applied from limited time quests. They'll also be available in upcoming content. Stay on the lookout.
Yeah, so this is a different legend weapon. Pain Provoke, I think, would be good with
Next, we'd like
burn
to
combo,
introduce various
and
feature
then
improvements
the
and
evade
new
one
gameplay
probably would work
elements.
really nice with
The list of items that can be added to
What's a different
auto-sell
one?
drop items has been expanded, and Legend 1 weapons can now
Pain
be
Provoke's an
added to
endless
it.
loop and maintain, is it? Oh yeah,
While
because it would
legend weapons are
force
hard to
you
come
to
by,
heal,
consider
right?
using this if you want to sell them.
Oh, that's actually really fucking good. Holy shit, hang on.
Also, the name of the weapon integrated into a multi-weapon will now display in that multi-weapons item details. Use this when purchasing multi-weapons from
Interesting.
the personal shop.
Interesting. That's a really, really
Additionally,
strong
an on-off
combination.
toggle for making your characters look at or away from the camera is being added to easy photo mode. Use this alongside the existing functionalities for changing your character's face
Mm-hmm.
direction.
Turnover,
For creative spaces, we'll also be introducing build parts themed around the
basically it would be
slot.
taking care of turnover by
Kaveri
itself.
log pile, Kaveri bed, and Kaveri sofa.
Also Kavaris parts. Neat.
Ooh, a lodge! That's nice. I bet that'd go great with the resort series.
Yeah, but where's the Stia build parts?
Next, we'll have improvements to the lookbook screen. First, the select pose screen under registered looks will be changed
Chat,
to
look,
a window
it's
similar
average
to the
player
previous
POV.
performance settings screen, and the Type 1 and Type 2 tabs will be removed. We are also changing how you preview animations. You'll be able to make emotes play in the preview by simply hovering your cursor over them.
Good, then next year's streamer, we'll see.
Also, when playing a quest solo, you'll be able to select Retire from Quest from the incapacitation menu. If you're playing a quest where you have to wait to be revived, use this when you'd rather
You know, I
get
just
the
thought about
benefit
this. This is
ASAP.
all just the first half.
Additionally, the Leave Party option, which
Brother,
is
it's been
very
half an
deep in
hour.
menus, will be added to the quick menu. You'll need to add this to a customized layout if you wish to use this function, so don't forget. Furthermore, a recommended tab will be added to the task list. This tab, which displays
maintain
limited time
provoke
campaign tasks,
combo.
will only be displayed when there are campaign tasks that can be accepted. Campaign tasks have greater rewards compared to other tasks, so be sure to check the recommended tab to prioritize completing them.
I'm trying to think. Maintain, shortage.
12 new cards are coming to Line Strike.
Maintain short provoke,
In
I
the
guess.
6th wave of Line Strike
Yeah,
cards,
very good.
characters from Idora Phantasy Star Saga join the fray.
All my
All of the
Slayer
cards
buffs,
have
your
the
turn will
Destiny
be at the
Diversion
end.
skill. By summoning them on specific spaces, they can transform into one of 2 different forms.
Oh wait, that's actually really cool.
Both transformation forms each have unique skills, giving these cards high versatility.
That's
It's
actually
essentially
really,
like
really
having
cool
3 different
because
cards in one.
if you didn't play Idola, they had Law and they had Chaos forms, so they could either go to Law or Chaos,
However,
depending on
you'll
how you
need
decided to set up
prudently
those
decide
units.
which form to pick based on the current situation.
And they're
also
doing
plan
that with
ahead
the
to make
forms.
sure the necessary
That's-
space isn't taken.
That is
This skill
very
more
interesting.
suited for advanced players.
That's very interesting for Line Strike.
Use this skill wisely and get the upper hand.
Do I play Line Strike? Absolutely not.
Additionally, you'll find
I'm
card
too small
sheets and
brain for that.
playmats featuring various Idora visuals as well as direct trades for 5th wave cards in Card Recycle.
EX Styles Doko? We're not going to hear about
Also,
those,
a
not for
starter
like...
deck featuring 6 wave
I'd be
cards will
surprised if
available
we
in
heard
JC
about
Shop.
EX Styles at all this month. Next month,
Will you push for an
maybe.
advantage or disrupt your opponent?
But it's likely going to be the following
This
month.
deck will have you watching the board closely and making decisions. Be sure to check it out. In addition, a new task that requires playing unranked battles, which now support all-ship matchmaking, will be added to Victoria's task list.
Oh, there's a task for playing on ranked
As
battles.
part of the rewards, you can claim a single copy of the long-awaited Crawford card in advance of his full release in the next Line Strike update.
Oh, nice.
Furthermore, all limited-time quests released in August will drop summer versions of the Harriet, Matoi, Aiyo, and Seraphi cards, each featuring swimsuit illustrations.
Do people play Line Strike? Yeah, a lot actually.
Although they have the same capabilities as their already released versions, these special edition cards feature a unique visual effect on summon. Don't miss out!
I mean, I don't play Line Strike, but people do play Line Strike and like it a lot actually.
The AC Scratch Ticket Super Fantasy Revival drops alongside Super Fantasy Festival.
Yo, weapon stealthing is in the scratch count bonus? Get effed.
The popular hairstyles, cardigan student hair, and pure straight long hair, as well as past outfits and weapon camo, will be making their triumphant return.
We're never gonna hear about the last TAC.
Get your
There's
hands
always
on
a complaint to be
PSO2
had.
spec weapon camo, weapon stealthing in the scratch count bonus. Don't miss out! The first pull is free with this scratch ticket, so be sure to log in during the sales period and snag your free item. The NGS and Toho project collab starts August 6,
I
2025.
forgot about last TAC. I only care about TAC if it's gonna be good. It gets here when it gets
In
here.
addition to collab scratch ticket, we'll have limited time login bonuses during the collab period.
Ship 3 is dead
Now,
for Line
I'd like
Strike
to
though.
introduce
It's
the
cross
new
ship.
AC scratch ticket Toho project style. Grab fabulous items including outfits, hairstyles, and weapon camo to transform your character into Reimu Hakure, Marisa Kirisame, or Flanders Scarlet, as well as various other collab items such as build parts for constructing bullet patterns. It'll also include Yukkuri Reimu and Yukkuri Marisa mag forms, plus new music discs of 3 popular arrangement tracks.
Wait,
from
those were
Sega's
mags?
games. Night of Nights, Chirino's
I
Perfect
kinda want
Math
the
Class,
mags.
and Last Brutal Sister Flandre S. Bad Apple featuring Nomiko is also available in the scratch count bonus.
Bad Apple. The reason I'm gonna have to
This collab
freaking
is unreal. I'm
go
grabbing
through
those
and edit
emotes
all of
for
this.
Sure. That's all for the updates coming in the first half of the month. Now, let's take a look at the second half of August, starting with this video.
there is a second half. What's even left? What is left for the second half? Okay, an LTQ. I don't expect it to be much. A variant of Summer Dash, okay. I've seen this somewhere. I mean, this is kind of cool looking. It is interesting. Another LTQ. Massive Machine Assault. Oh, this feels like a throwback. I know it's in Dresden Plan, but this looks like a base PSO2 fucking quest line. Oh, and Grantz is in here. Yeah, this has old quest structure. That's pretty cool. New mission pass, don't really care. Is what it is. Oh, they're bringing back these ones this time. Okay. Yep. Oh, look at that, little fairy wings. Some more base PSO2 build parts. Stylish summer. Okay. What you got? I mean, okay, I guess. Not terrible. There's the outfit. Dude, the shoes are pretty cool looking though. Why is that the hentai protagonist hairstyle though? Why are they releasing hentai protagonist here again? Oh, my wristbands are back. Neat. Oh yeah, shoes separate. Very nice. Horse legs, exactly. You make your centaurs, chat. Ayo. Damn, I gotta get this emote. That's crazy. Yeah, this one too. Idol hug me. You wanna back up? Also, you wanna back up? Oh yeah, there's some long leap too, chat. There you go. You saw the SB idol? Because there wasn't gonna be an SB idol, dude. It's not happening. What in the mid? Hey, look, another AC scratch. Elegant Harmony. All right, this is the ending one. I mean, this is a look people like. Can't say it's for me. Oh, that's cute. Another shot, it's not happening, dude. This will have some like joke idol or something like that in it. Oh, those are pretty cool though. Kind of weird idol we're gonna get this time. Oh snap, dude, my coffee maker, let's go. Very cute. Oh, look at that. Weapon display for standing pose 4. Very cute. Gun / weapon display, you love to see it. Signature pose 5. You know, this one's not that bad. Why just randomly majestic wings? That's a weird choice. Don't we literally already have this? Odd choice, but alright. Fair enough. Third set of wings? Right.
How was it?
About what I
Go through
expected
the
for a
details
second
of
half.
These slides, starting with this. The new limited time quest, Drill Hot Summer Dash, blazes in on August 12th. Similar to the limited time quest, Drill Cool Summer Dash, releasing on August 6th, this solo-only quest has you gliding on the water on a floating board,
Oh, this is the solo variant. Okay.
aiming to defeat the boss enemy lurking in the final area. This course features additional obstacles, so use the riding skills you honed in Cool Summer Dash to dominate this challenge. ARC's records will also be held for Hot Summer Dash, so aim for that high score.
Of course they will. Get practicing, nerds.
A title task will also be added along with this new quest. Complete the task and claim your title. Beat the heat with the AC Scratch Ticket Summer Splash Swimsuit Revival. Summer
yes.
Splash Swimsuit Revival
Bring back the banana
swimsuit
hammock.
outfits plus emotes and accessories perfect for braving the scorching hot summer. On the 11th and 12th draws, you can obtain total wear of Aina and Manon in swimsuits that utilize the Animatica face and Animatic's face respectively. Lars class augments and their huge potency boosts will be making a comeback in the Extra AC
Wait,
Support Select
the
August
Lars?
2025.
Lars augments are coming back?
As a
I
Super
could have
Fantasy
never guessed.
Festival special, you will be twice as likely to obtain Parfait class augments from the scratch ticket this time.
That's interesting.
You can also get a prize slip on your 12th draw in this scratch ticket as a sweet bonus.
That's also interesting. That's
Next, we have SG support items Select August 2025, which you can draw using Star Gems.
I didn't guess that.
Various
That's pretty nice.
consumables useful for preset skill enhancement are making a return. And you can receive a preset skill enhancement material not required through the scratch count bonus. Enhance your weapons and armor and aim for even greater heights.
The single 12 pull guarantees
A
a
new limited
parfait.
time
That's
quest,
not bad.
Massive Machine Assault, can be played starting August 20th. Up to 8 players can participate in this progressive quest, which is set in a Drazen plant that is different from usual. The quest route is randomly picked from a few predetermined patterns, so keep giving this a go and discover all the available routes.
Wait, what? Hold on.
A new boss enemy, Ruin Granz, and a new enemy, Heat Sparzile, will also make their debut in this quest.
Okay.
Ruin Granz is armed to the teeth with heavy artillery.
Slowly implementing
As you
things
steer
that
clear
we've
from
talked
its
about.
barrage of missiles, be careful not to get hit by its humongous body because it's sure to send you flying. Meanwhile, Heat Sparzile is a giant version of the Sparzile lore enemy. Its moves are stronger, and both players and enemies alike can get caught in its explosion. What? Title tasks and limited time tasks will be added along with this new quest. Complete these tasks to earn Super Fantasy Festival 2025 SP scratch tickets and augment transfer pass vouchers and more. Mission Pass NGS Season 47 is also on the way.
Okay.
In addition to stamps
Okay,
and accessories,
interesting.
the lineup includes valuable items such as personal shop use, 3 days, and SG scratch ticket prize slips, similar to previous releases. But wait, there's more! This time, the pass features the Xanesis Gun-Off Armor accessory from PSO2, along with the new Candied Strawberries and Floppy-Eared Knit Cap accessories. Don't miss out on the color variant for the motion change item, Idle Angelic, as well. Build parts perfect for constructing your very own disco in your creative space will also take the stage, starring the nightclub stage, dynamic speakers, club disco ball, and many more from PSO2.
Yeah, I'm sure that all the nightclub stuff is going to come back for that.
Get ready to groove in your creative and alliance spaces with these dazzling new build parts. Next is the new AC Scratch Ticket, Stylish Summer 2025.
That wall slam, though.
Stay cool in style this summer with denim and jean outfits. You can also get the emote Wall Slam, and a new version of the emote On the Phone from the Scratch Ticket. The Scratch Count bonus offers alternative versions of the motion change items featured in the Scratch Ticket lineup. Move, Long Leap 2EX, and Dash Long Leap 2EX.
Yeah, we got like repeats, basically, just alternate versions of
The
them.
way they fiddle with their phone is so realistic.
I
You'll
too
be
fiddle with
getting
my
2
phone.
Revival Scratch tickets for PSO2 Day on August 21st. Revival AC Scratch Ticket, PSO2 Memories, August 2025, and Revival SG Scratch Ticket, PSO2 SG Revival. Avatar items released in PSO2 make their return in PSO2 Memories, August 2025. Get a prize slip every 15 draws through the Scratch Count bonus, plus a chance to get the emote, Rappies.
Interesting.
PSO2 Memories will continue to arrive on the PSO2 Day on the
Will they
21st
tease the
of
EX
each
system
month.
more? You're talking about EX styles? Doubtful. Maybe.
The
They
lineup
might talk
will
about it during
change
the
each time,
operation
so keep
report,
your eyes peeled.
but it's more likely we'll hear about it maybe next
XG Scratch Ticket PSO2
next
SG Revival
headline,
will also
maybe the
be
following
released
one
at the same
afterwards.
time.
I'd be very surprised to see it pop up here.
The lineup this time contains PSO2 Spec SG Scratch Ticket prizes. It will
Why
mainly
didn't T1s
feature
get that
color
beach fit?
variations
Oh, the
that
one that I have
yet
on
to be
screen right now?
released in NGS
I would
versus
like getting an
outfits.
NGS spec version of that one, yeah. That'd be nice.
Be sure to give this Scratch Ticket a look. The AC Scratch Ticket Elegant Harmony 2025 waltzes in on August 26th.
But for those who haven't been around for the meme, by the way, every time they release a new
With
weapon
these
upgrade,
medieval
they
aristocratic
rerun
outfits,
the
blouses and capes.
the AC scratches that have to do with the Roddies and the Larses and all that
Check
shit.
out the scratch count bonus for the
Every
motion
single time.
change items, Move, Majestic Wings EX,
Which is why I always
and
recommend
Dash,
people either
Majestic
purchase
Wings
during
EX.
those times, or
Versions of the
if you don't
motion
have them
change
during the
items
time, wait,
featured in the scratch
because it will
ticket
come back
prize
around
pool.
again. Will they ever have a base
That concludes
revival
the
with
update
good
information
camos, or
for
are they
today.
forever paywalled? There's
Moving
a
on
ton
to
of
the
base
next segment.
revival camos that aren't paywalled. Like 95 to 99% of them aren't. It's just some of them are, yeah. But most of those also are still available in base. Just go get them.
Operation Report.
In this segment, the NGS Operation Report, I will share answers from the development and live ops team.
Yeah,
in
EX
response to
systems,
players'
or
questions
EX
and
styles
comments.
aren't until way later in the year. Yeah, there's a lot of seasonal scratches and things like that. They're
I'd
popping
like to
treasure
start
scratches
by
too.
reading the letter from the developers. Allow me to read it to you.
Or they have their own special scratch or whatever. Not treasure scratch, I'm sorry.
We would like to thank all the ARCs out there for continuing to play NGS. This time, we will share a letter from the developers discussing the purposes and intentions
So about the questions,
behind
sir?
the updates
They haven't been
introduced in this
terrible
program.
recently. They were kind of bad sometimes, but this is a letter from the developers, so we'll see what we got here.
Our first topic today is the first ever free AC Scratch campaign being held as part of the Super Fantasy
Yeah, that's
Festival.
new for sure.
In this free scratch ticket campaign, players can draw 10 free AC scratch tickets per day, up to a maximum of 100 draws overall. These free AC scratch tickets feature popular PSO2 spec items like Maidenly Ogre Scarf and Atoll Wings, Acryl stand build parts with new illustrations of PSO2 characters including Matoi and Xeno, plus new items like the weapon camo, red Almaty and blue Almaty.
Yeah, they're separated.
Going forward, we plan to continue offering free AC scratch campaigns in addition to the free SG scratch campaigns we have run in the past.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
We will continue to look at different ways to make NGS even more fun for everyone. The next thing we'd like to tell you about is the new 13-star Volgan weapon series. You can get these weapons by upgrading the Juvog series weapons released in July.
Go on.
After upgrading your weapons to the Volgan series, you'll still be able to transfer your augments to another weapon without using an N augment transfer pass, so you can
Continue.
go ahead and upgrade without any stress. Further upgrades are planned, so please stay tuned for further developments.
We're safe.
The last thing we'd like to mention is the new Land series of Legend weapons.
Go on.
This series is the successor to the Legendio series at the Legend rarity level. Since the Land series is being added to the game at the same time as 13-star weapons, they have higher attack performance than the Legendio series.
Go on.
Because of this, we're raising their rarity to Legend 2. In addition, these weapons inflict a limited time debuff on enemies you've attacked that lowers the damage you receive from them, making them particularly useful against powerful foes.
So Jellin, right.
Plus, as we mentioned about the Land series in our last broadcast, we'll have an upgrade for these weapons in December, so don't hesitate to enhance them. Max out their performance and take on the biggest enemies you can find.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
That's all for the letter from the developers.
They make it a point to tell you when a weapon outright power creeps the other one. By far, or by how much, we don't know. But if they don't mention it, usually it's either going to be around the power level or lower. So, Krez is probably still going to be very
Continuing on to
comfortable.
the next section, I have answers to player questions and comments from the development and live operations teams. Here's the first one. It's easy to forget to use scratch tickets and reward box medals in your storage. Are there any plans to improve
Okay, I agree. However, that is a skill issue on our own part. Okay.
We plan to make it possible to use scratch tickets and reward box medals in your storage. More details will be shared in the next.
Oh, you can
headline.
use them from storage. Okay, that's fine.
That was their answer. Let's move on to the next question. You can only save 40 creative space designs. That's not enough. Can you at least bump it up to 60 slots? Here is their response.
A reasonable request.
The maximum number of designs that could be saved was already pushing the limits of what was possible when creative space
No.
was released.
Tell them no.
Unfortunately, it would be very difficult to increase this number. That was their answer.
Eat a dick. That's what they said.
Let's
I didn't
move
say
on
it.
to
The
the
dev
next
said it. I didn't say it. I'm sorry. They said no.
There are so many stamps now that it's hard to find the ones I want. Could you add a favorites feature for stamps? Here is their response. We are moving forward with a favorites feature for stamps. Please give us some time to implement this.
Okay. This was very cherry picked.
Communicated in the next headline wave.
This was very cherry picked. But, I mean,
their answer.
cool. At least it's not... Listen,
That's
none of the
all for our
questions
Q&A
were
today.
dumb, chat. Some of them may have been like, whatever, we don't really care. But none of them were
Moving forward, we
outright
will
stupid.
continue to bring
So,
your
like,
questions and
I would
feedback to the
say
development and
W
operations teams
questions.
and share their answers with you.
But having the salon chat feature, they said they're working on it already. It's already been mentioned.
Please share your thoughts and opinions about this program and the game on X and other social media using the same hashtag as the previous headline series, hashtag NGS Headline. Moving on to the next segment.
You guys have to remember, just because they said they're going to do something and it's going to be added in doesn't mean that every single subsequent headline needs to be like, hey, we're still working on it, we're going to do it. Hey, we're still working on it, we're going to... They've already said they're going to do it. Like, just
Now, let's
The
move on
answer's
from
there.
updates and talk about some other NGS
repeating the same thing
info.
over and over again just wastes everyone's time involved.
I'm sure it will get you even more hyped to play the game. Let's start with this. Our meme contest using panels from Central, the PSO2 comic series published regularly on the official NGS site, runs through Wednesday, July 30th. Winning memes will become stamps to use in-game.
Memes!
On Tuesday, July 29th at 8 p.m. PDT, we'll share the last comic panel on our official X account to use as a meme template. To participate, just repost or reply to the template post with your meme and include the hashtag central_meme.
Chad, this is your chance to put some dank memes in the game. Alright?
You can also respond to
I'm talking about
previously
good
posted
stuff, not
panels.
just dumb stuff.
Come
Or
and
things that
join
are
in the
obviously
fun.
not going to make it through. Use your brains.
As previously announced, NGS will be holding a collab with Atelier Yumiya, the alchemist of memories and the envisioned land. This collab will take place in September. In addition to avatar items for Yumiya, Isla, Rutger, and Nina, you can look forward to a variety of collab items including ARCS IDs, vital gauges, a mag device modeled after Flammy, and emotes and idle poses that recreate Yumiya's unique synthesis. Catch the next headline wave for more details on the collab items coming your way. Be sure to tune in.
Okay.
Unfamiliar with Atelier Yumiya? Let me catch you up.
No, we're not. We're good.
Atelier Yumiya is the 26th title in a series of alchemy-themed RPGs released under the Gus label of Koei Tecmo Games. Set in a world where alchemy has been forbidden as a dangerous art that brings destruction, the story follows Yumiya,
But like
who lost her
Ruger's fit.
alchemist mother in an accident as she seeks to uncover
Let's see.
her mother's true intentions and the truth behind the forbidden art of alchemy. The game is currently available on Steam, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One. That's
I've
all
seen
for the
this dude.
satellite information. Now we have our regular mini segment where we highlight something NGS related, such as concept art.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. If they
songs,
do
and
Ruker's
aggregated
outfit, like,
data,
that'd be
and
sick.
delve into it with commentary from the development team.
Assuming you get to change the colors. But yeah, that's really cool. We'll see.
Today, I'd like to show you the designs for the 13-star Ju Vogue weapon series, accompanied by comments from the development team. The Ju Vogue series weapons are based around jewel motif, with the weapons themselves having a fantastical look to accentuate the jewels.
Oh, you know, I never really thought about it that way.
This weapon series can be upgraded and gradually become stronger, so at the Ju Vogue stage, the idea is that the weapons are like uncut gems that will later become jewels. When upgraded, each weapon category will take on the color of the class using it, allowing you to enjoy a colorful jewel-like appearance.
Interesting.
We hope you will use it for a long time, not only because of its performance after it's upgraded, but also because of how the jewels will shine. Wow!
Pretty.
What did you think? We will discuss other concept art and songs in the coming episodes, so please look forward to it. That's all for this episode of NGS Headline Wave. This broadcast strives to make NGS even better by collecting audience input. Please share your thoughts and feedback on this program and the game by using the same hashtag as previous broadcasts, hashtag NGS Headline on X. Together, we can make NGS an even more fantastic game. Oh, that was a big wave of info for August. It looks like we're going to have another fantastic NGS summer, indoors, where it's nice and cool. We'll have something a little different for you in the next edition of NGS Headline Wave, so be sure to tune in. The next episode of NGS Headline Wave will be broadcasted on Friday, August 29th. Look for English translations of updates through mid-September pulled from the Japan broadcast.
Oh, there's a Japan broadcast on the 17th.
We'll also give you a sneak peek of content coming in September. Plus, on August 19th, we'll give you an early taste of the updates coming through mid-September by releasing the promo videos on their own. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now then, ARCs, I'll see you in the next NGS Headline Wave. Bye-bye!
Yeah, we'll most likely see some stuff about EX styles, either the next headline or the following headline is my guess. Okay, all right, well. Headline, actually pretty solid. A lot packed into the first half. The first half carried pretty heavily. Pretty heavy carry from the first half. Hold on, let me do something really quick. Let's hop over here real fast. Let's click this, let's go here. We'll do our usual post headline tweet as we tend to do. And click on post, there we go. And okay, I can move back to here now. Let's see, what upgrades are nice, and actually no, now I think about it, let's see. Really bad. The Meseta scratch. Now let's see. I'm not running out of space. I don't want to go too far into this. There we go. No. Cool. All set. Yeah, headline was pretty solid. There were some things I was really not like, I didn't think they were going to do. Like, actually fairly surprising that they did do. Like, I didn't, like the, what was it? The Enmaseta scratch was very surprising. The free AC scratch is extraordinarily surprising. I didn't expect that to happen at all. Like, I didn't see that coming in the slightest. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, those are all pretty good. A few things to note. The release of a new Legend Dios before upgrading the previous Legend Dios is a little weird. I would have figured they would have upgraded the previous Legend Dios first instead of releasing a new one, because like now you've got this Legend Dios that's here. But I think what's going to happen, what they're trying to do is they're trying to give a bunch of different effects to these Legend Dioses, so you have the ability to provide support however you personally want to, which like I don't know if that's really going to translate to like mattering all that much, to be honest. But for those who like that playstyle, like that's going to be good for them. I would say of the two Legend Dios weapons that we have, I say Legend Dios, but I'm saying they're Legend class weapons, essentially is what they are, not Legend Dios. There's Legend Dios and then there's whatever this new one is. But the two Legend class weapons that we currently have, if we're just looking at it from the effects perspective, while the first one is more offensively buffing people, it's like its effect is a little weird, like a little wonky. So I think the second one might be more impactful personally, the Gelin effect itself. Even though it doesn't attribute to your damage, it does attribute to your survivability, which in a lot of situations when it comes to support, I feel like is a lot more impactful as opposedly for the other stuff here. As far as just a couple of notes here really quick. I know people are going to ask about the story, literally every single update over and over and over again. However, the previous headline, they quite literally already completely explained that they are working on a major patch for the story, like a major shift in what the story is going to be. So until that happens, which is going to be next year, roughly at the beginning of the year, if I remember correctly, it is going to be smaller stories. Now, the funny thing about this, and what I actually find to be the most interesting, is the people that tend to complain about this. Oh, I forgot this. People that have tended to complain about this. This is what we're missing from NGS's story. This is what made base stories good, was context of other characters. They need to expand on it a bit more, in my opinion. The mini episodes is a good start to it, but more information about those characters, more things to do with those characters, more reasons to care about those characters. Because yes, while base game story was actually pretty solid, all things considered, what made the base game story really good was a lot of the context you got from all of the side stories from all of the different characters that we actually interacted with. So if done correctly, these mini episodes should help for that more and more, but these aren't main episodes. So don't expect to see main episode story stuff between now and the beginning of next year. Assuming that it's just going to be dull, you're going into it with kind of a weird mindset. Just if you want to learn more about those characters, learn more about those characters. If you don't, I know there are people that didn't like the side stories for previous episodes. That's totally fine. Now, what I want to see is them to, I think the best example of like really building on those side stories a lot more were things like the information about how the hero came about, right? From that side story in base game. Information about, you know, what happened with Stratos and their friend, right? Like how the Etwell class came about, like more context like that, with like a couple of battle missions kind of mixed in a little bit, like some instances here and there mixed in. They usually aren't super over the top, but like those mini stories, like have them there and make them just a tad more bit engaging, and have those two things be together. Because if it's just like cutscene things like that, people are going to check out very quickly. So that's something I'd like to see more of. But like the mini stories are kind of something that's important and needs to be like what provides context about why we would care about those characters. So those need to be a bit more engaging overall. That's kind of what I was mentioning about the mini stories and story in general. Like those are things that we already knew for a fact. So we got a couple of things that are coming up on the horizon, which is pretty nice. I do want to highlight one thing here really quick because it was in the video. They don't show it here. It's right here. Here we go. So Fighters Overload and Arts Pursuit strengthened. I don't know if this is supposed to be Arts Pursuit or Overload specifically, but they popped Overload before they did this, right? Hang on, I'm going to go back a little bit and pause this. Okay, over here. They pop Overload first. I want to see really quick. Okay, yeah, then they show the chain boost situation. That's nice. Basically, you don't lose your chain boost whenever you go into like armaments and things like that, which is really, really good. Wait, did I skip ahead? Oh, the fighter thing was before it. I'm dumb. Okay, so they do pop this. So first off, this is lasting double the time. So we have 15 seconds to 30 seconds. This is probably, I think this is 15 seconds with a short cooldown, right? I want to say that's the case. And then here's a big part. Look at the difference in damage. So this is still the same amount of damage that's done here, right? Like this is roughly the same. This is almost double. And that's the PA damage. That's not like the pursuit damage. That's the PA damage. It's nearly doubled. That's a lot of damage. Like that's a massive difference in damage. So I don't know what this is specifically attributing towards. If this is going to talk about like the arts pursuit, like being stronger, specifically the buff that you have being stronger, anything along those lines. It's like this is basically double damage with variance. Because I don't know, this isn't a crit, right? This is just this is weak point damage. So this is just like double, essentially. It's actually more than double. I only attribute it to double because this is basically variance damage that you can attribute it to almost. This isn't a crit, unless they just have the crits turned off, unless their crits aren't bigger and aren't, you know, in gold. And they just have them small, so we'll have to see. But that's pretty massive as far as the damage is there. But if we go to the, let's go to these slides. There was a ton early on, like a crap ton. So starting things off, we have the Altar Realm. Altar Realm is changing in a pretty big way. They're adding in, funny enough, it's by adding in a single enemy. They're adding in the Great Rappy Suppression Trial. And he's not only going to drop Join Diaz, he's also going to drop Prog Relevances to upgrade your 12-star armors. So everyone who's been locked in LTQs that I said, hey, don't burn yourself out on doing those, they're likely going to give you another way of getting those fairly easy and fairly soon. Yep, already done. So those of you guys who need to still farm out your Jovolgs for maybe the fixes you want to get, or maybe you're still looking for a specific EX augment combination, now you have your reason to go in there. Maybe you missed when everyone else was farming that area, and now you can go in there to get your limited time quests done, or get your titles taken care of. There's a reason to go in there now, right? Like I would rather farm here than go into the LTQ, even if this might even end up being slower. We'll have to see. We don't know, right? It might be like 1 to 3 every time it spawns. It might be like, you know, 1 every time it spawns or whatever. We don't know exactly. We'll have to see how it goes. And so after the update, the alpha reactors that he usually dropped are going to become beta reactors. I don't know if that means he's going to drop the same number of them as before. If he does, that's going to be quite a big influx of money. So that's pretty dope to see that there. Of course, new limited tasks to go along with it as well. As is always the case, every single time, whenever there is a weapon release or a weapon upgrade, we have the AC support item selects coming back. This time we have the Roddy class ones. So if you ever get a new weapon, if you ever see a new weapon pop up and you're like, I don't have any of these, I didn't save any, do not buy them off season. You are 100% going to pay more for them than you need to. Just wait for them to come back around, purchase them there. And we have the Super Fantasy Festival coming back around. Super dope. Let's pop over here real quick. There we go. So we can see the 10-a-day super free AC scratch, which is actually pretty interesting. I'm not sure what all is going to be in there. It's probably not going to be anything too super insane, like crazy good, right? But essentially, you're going to be able to pull on an AC scratch 10 times per day. It's going to give you 100 free pulls. I don't know how much those items are going to be worth, but we did see Balloon Booba in the mix. So, you know, those of you guys who've been sitting on Balloon Booba, maybe get rid of those. Of course, weekly rewards. You know, it's funny. I didn't even see this when I first looked. Receive weekly Super Fantasy Festival gifts. We know what that is. We know what that is. Oh, we got those. We got these. Oh, we got fritters. We got these. What's that? That, my friends, is the icon for Prog Relevance. Like I mentioned beforehand, it is going to get easier. Do not burn yourself out on farming that LTQ. Literally never. And Meseta Scratch. So they're also doing a Meseta Scratch, which is interesting. They said basically the tickets for these are going to be available in the treasure shop. We don't know how much they're going to be. So just be prepared. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out, but yeah, it should be cool. Also, there's going to be a base PSO2 story playback campaign. Basically, if you play through the story all the way up to episode 6, they're going to give you these tickets that you can use to pull with. So I'm assuming if you've already done this, then like you're good to go. Like I've already completed the entire story, so I'm probably gonna get it as soon as it comes out. But if you haven't done this, first off, if you haven't, you need SG, go do the base game story. Not only do they have like an easier mode for it, but you basically get what you need while you're going through it. So you don't really need to get anything crazy to do the storyline, and it scales to your level. They have a, I think it's like an easy mode and like a normal mode. The normal mode scales to your level if you want to have it be a bit more difficult, but yeah, it's not super difficult to go through. So definitely get through it. It's actually really, really good. I just scrolled down as if I was going to be able to get any more from this. So we have And the Stars Fell, D2, and then the LG2 Land series. So this is the Land series. This is the new Legend 2 series weapons. These basically have like a gel-in effect where the target is going to deal less damage to you after you affect them with that status effect. We also have, of course, Massive Machine support. Basically, they're just showing everything that's going on for the event. You can kind of see here. We'll just let these roll through really quick in case you want to take a look. Of course, the Shiva outfits and all that good stuff there. So we're cool. We're excited about that. And then they talk about of course, the 100 free draws, the free AC scratch, shows off some of the items you can get. Of course, the red and blue Almighty camos for all the weapons, Balloon Booba, so on and so forth. We also have another reward box starting up on the 6th. This is going to have more rewards, and when you empty out the box, you'll get the loser pose. Listen, Lutherisms, but you know it is okay. We also have the super treasure scratch coming back on the 20th. That's going to have the Shiva pose in it. So in case you haven't gotten the Shiva pose, this is the Shiva pose plus. I don't know if I have the plus variant or if it's actually any different or not, or if it's NGS specific, but we'll have to see. We also have some concerts coming back. These are just, of course, the movie version of the concert. So we have Our Fighting, We Are Arcs, Endless Story, and Cosmic Twinkle Star. Hopefully there'll be a button you can press. We'll just zoom in on the screen itself. That way you can kind of see it similar to the way that we looked at it back in base PSO2 as well. Of course, want to see more concerts come into the game, but they are very, very particular about them all being relevant to the story at the given time. So let's see them give the opportunity for that to happen. I'll talk about the story playback campaign. Like I said, complete up to episode 6 of PSO2 story to receive a prize slip for each scratch ticket available in the PSO2 blocks. Wait, hold on. Complete episode 6 of the PSO2 story to receive one prize slip for each scratch ticket available in the PSO2 blocks. I'm not sure how that actually works. The way they worded this is very, very strange, but we'll have to see. And there's also the End Meseta scratch they mentioned. PSO2 items, both old and new, are going to be included in this lineup. So they're going to be including old items, but they're also going to be including new ones as well. This is going to be for the End Meseta scratch. That's pretty dope, but we'll have to see how that goes. Also, during this is use the salon to your heart's content, as if we need any more. Are you guys running out of salon tickets? I'm just curious. There's also an item enhancement campaign, support campaign. This is really, really dope. And then, of course, weekly gifts. So I'm curious. You guys running out of salon tickets? You good? Yeah, Chad, you okay? You guys have enough salon tickets? I can throw out another 1,000 if you want. I have 4 salon passes. What are you doing? And then, of course, new mini episodes. After the battle with Vile, the team members have their own thoughts and resolutions. They keep talking about Vile like he's not there anymore. I don't know if they really forgot that whole portion of the story where we very obviously see Vile take over that body that was supposed to be a 4th generation Arcs for Zepheto. I'm not sure if that's just like we're not paying attention to that anymore, or if we're assuming that turned into the giant monster that we fought, or if we're assuming that giant monster that we actually killed it, and the animation of him like disappearing, going back, isn't him just going back to like where they're from. I don't know, man. I don't know what the concept is here. We'll have to see where it goes. Plus a part about Crawford and Glenn's past, take opportunity to play the main task, blah, 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 of course. So yeah, basically, the whole like animosity that they had in episode 4, or in chapter 4, I believe, between Crawford and Glenn was because of them losing one of their friends during the attacks. I think it was by was it Nils? I forgot what his name is. But by that boss, that giant boss that they had to fight. So they're reminiscing essentially on their friend after everything that happened. So And then moving on, we have the Super Fantasy Festival. We've got, of course, the Rappies that are available. Central City is going to be decorated. Regimag's decorated. Zia Andy in her denim outfit. She's going to have, of course, her shop as is per usual. We have the Super Fantasy Festival. SP Scratch and Masetta Scratch will be available, showing off the camos. We, of course, saw Luther as well as, you know what, it's there. You see it. Moving on. Do I need to tell you that Shiva, or do you guys know that Shiva? All right, one of the two. Anyway. The Stars Crashed. This is going to be the upgraded version of the limited time urgent quest. Essentially going to be the 8-man variant of the 4-man we currently have as difficult content. Of course, there's not going to be any sort of like cost when it comes to running this, as well as removing the failure clause and reducing its HP and attack power. I kind of wish they just removed the failure clause and left everything else the same, to be honest. I feel like it'd be perfectly fine. The HP and attack power is fine for an 8-man group, honestly, in my opinion. Glide over the sea, floating board, take down boss enemies. This is a new LTQ. Essentially just going to be the 8-man variant of this LTQ. You go over the sea, fight some bosses. We'll have some limited time tasks. They specifically mention getting things like your augment transfer pass vouchers as well. So likely going to be included in the limited time task for this. So that's pretty dope. This is also going to be kind of like practice, because later on we'll have something else that's going to be available for you. So we'll talk about that in a moment. We do have the return of D. Hunel. Now, not the way I expected to see this boss come back, to be honest. Just kind of out in the open field. Feels a little lame. I'll be real with you. I would have liked to see them like in something else, like basically kind of their own zone, kind of similar to how Masquerade kind of got his own space, even though it was just like a variant of the beach where we were fighting. I would have liked to see D. Hunel show up somewhere else. I feel like they're just kind of testing D. Hunel to see like how the attacks work and things like that in this LTQ. But it's a 4-man count quest. It is D. Hunel, so there's a new boss come back that we get to fight. Probably gonna be a pretty fun boss fight overall. It's just one of the situations where I kind of wish it was done a little bit differently. I also get rank 4 added for mining rig in Redum, so enjoy that. We also have the Waker updates. So they mentioned the Waker updates will have some balance adjustments they're adding for class skills, and also they show off a skill specifically where Marmello Crest can be brought up if you do Marmello attacks, so which will also attack and deal damage. So crests seem to be a thing they're kind of focusing and honing in on. At least for Waker, we don't know what the differences are going to be when it comes to class skill balance. We'll have to wait until we actually get it in our hands to see what exactly is all different. We also have balance adjustments. Actually, no, I think about it. This is the first time they've ever mentioned this too. So Waker's getting an update in addition to balance adjustments. We're adding class skill. Yeah, there's no talks about their animations at all. Seeing as Waker was one of the first classes that received kind of better looking animations, then followed by Slayer, they got really crazy good animations. I was curious if this was going to be one of the situations where they're going to mess with the animations at all, and it seems that that's not going to be the case. At least they don't mention it. And then balance adjustments also coming to Fighter and Gunner. They talked about this beforehand, where Fighter and Gunner both needed basically kind of a second pass. People weren't really the happiest with the things that happened for them. They specifically talk about things like Chain Trigger, essentially going away whenever you go into any sort of armaments or anything along those lines. Things like Mars or things like your cannon. That is actually going to be something that's going to change. So Chain Trigger is actually going to freeze when you go into stuff like that. And when you jump out of it, it will pick up where it left off. They're also adding in extra bonuses to apparently Fighter Arts Pursuit. And from what we saw earlier, like I mentioned, it looked like there was a pretty massive damage bump to quite a few skills. I'm not sure if it's just supposed to be backhand smash that got buffed or it's across the board. If it specifically goes with overdrive or how that actually is working out. But we'll have to see when we get our hands on it. It's very vague exactly what adjustments were made and what happened to it. So fingers crossed things are going to be good for fighters and gunners moving forward, as they unfortunately kind of got a little bit of a light on the stick on the pass. Some classes do need to have a second pass. I do believe Fighter and Gunner were probably near the top of that list, to be honest. And of course, the new equipment, they talk about Legend 2 weapons, the new 13-star Volgan. I know people are going to ask, is this going to be stronger than Krez now? To be honest, I don't think it will be. Usually they're very vocal and very straightforward about this is going to be the new strongest weapon when a weapon is coming out. And they didn't outright say that. So I believe this is going to be upgraded and it's going to be stronger. It's not going to be stronger than Krez, though, I don't think. Not between the potential and the jump in damage. It would have to be a pretty massive power boost for it to actually outright beat Krez. So we'll have to see. And then, of course, we have the Legend 2 weapon. The Legend 2 weapon seems to inflict a status similar to that of Jellin. Essentially, when you've attacked them for a reasonable amount of time, it looks like you put a debuff on them that lowers their attack damage, so you take less damage from them, which is pretty useful. I just don't know if it's something that people are actively going to utilize unless they're doing something very, very specific, or maybe a very specific setup where they just really like support that much. We do also have 2 new EX augments in the mix. So this is going to be important for farming. The reason why I said people are going to probably be farming in Ultra Realm again for their Jolvugs and all that stuff is because of these new EX augment combinations that are probably going to come on those as drops. It is worth mentioning, they showed these EX augment combinations when they showed the upgrades here, and they showed this. I'm not sure if they're specifically going to drop here, if they're going to drop on old weapons. They'll likely drop on the old weapons in the first variant of these. But it's just worth mentioning that that's when they showed them off. They haven't specified it, so I didn't want to give you guys any sort of false information or anything along those lines. But I do want to mention at the very least, that way you're aware of it. So we have 2 new EX augment combinations. We have Pain Provoke 2, which is a 5.5, which is kind of the standard, but you get an extra 1.5% damage for 20 seconds when you take 9% of your max HP in damage and recover 10% of max HP when the effect ends. Now, the only thing that concerns me about this is we have the Krez weapon. The Krez weapon activates or has a potential where the potential disables when you take 20% of your HP in damage. However, after testing, we realized that is only if you take 20% of your HP in damage in a single hit. So, does this do the same thing? I don't know. Because if we're looking at something like, let's say, shorted or maintain balance doesn't outright chunk your HP. Actually, you know what? Wait. Doesn't maintain balance hit you for 10% of your HP each hit? Someone needs to check that. Someone might need to check that for me. I can't go in game and check it right now, but I believe maintain balance each hit is a 10%. If it's 10% actually, then this works perfect. If it's 10%, unironically, this actually works perfect with it. That's hilarious. So we take 9% of your max, or take 9% of your HP, or 9% of your max HP in damage. You recover 10% of your max HP when the effect ends. So here's a big thing. It doesn't say that there's a cooldown at all. Meaning that if this works exactly the way that it shows, this is permanent uptime with maintain balance. Pain Provoke was permanent uptime with maintain balance, no matter what. No questions asked. Which means that it's going to be very powerful. Actually, that begs the question, is shortage HP still going to be really good? Is this a maintain balance shortage HP Pain Provoke angle? I think it might be, actually. I think it might be a more, like, the thing is that you can put yourself in a position where it, like, you would just vaguely knock yourself out of it. Because you got to keep in mind, there are a lot of abilities where you are doing a single long hit and there's like some charge up time to it. So you can put yourself in a position where it's not procced properly for you. But yeah, I think mostly this would just be a better version of turnover, right? That's kind of crazy. Also, unironically, procs turnover for you, which is even funnier. Evade Onslaught. So baseline 5% plus 1% potency up to plus 3%. So this is actually pretty massive. Hang on, I didn't realize it was up to plus 3%. So you have 1% potency up to plus 3% when you successfully negate an attack with a sidestep or weapon. You lose the boost upon taking damage. So wait, is this just like they gave synergy to the low HP builds and the max HP builds? So Evade Onslaught, that's insane. That's actually really, really good. They gave, so basically the builds that go for, I forget what the name of the EX augment is, that is like whenever your HP is maxed. Yeah, so plus 1% up to 3% when you successfully negate an attack with a sidestep or weapon action, and you lose the bonus only when you take damage. So lively HP, Evade Onslaught, and what? What would you take as your third there? I guess just the healing one. Maybe. Or Tri-Shield to protect your buff. That's kind of crazy. I mean, it's 8%, dude. High HP builds are getting, they're giving them something. That's pretty wild. That is a pretty wild buff. All right, well, a little bit of a sidetrack there in the mix. I didn't expect that to happen, but yeah, we see it. You love to see it. Anyway, Legend 1 can be added to auto cells, by the way, now, in case you don't care about a Legend Dios. I think those are going to start dropping more often now since they're in auto cell. The names of weapons used for multi-weapons displayed in the weapon item details. So in case someone used, like, you know, one of the... Basically, people were concerned or were upset that they were buying weapons that were multi-weapon, but they were being multi-weaponed with the SEGA multi-weapon substitute item, and they didn't realize it. And when they bought it, they would be upset because they wanted it to be the other weapon. Now you can tell what it's been multi-weaponed with, so that's some nice quality of life. They add a look at the camera feature in easy photo modes. You like that? And then, of course, some Kavaris log cabin build parts are being added. Lookbook improvements, ability to retire from quests when you're solo, recommended tab function under task list, all that good stuff is being added in, so that we like to see those. We also have some new cards being added into Line Strike. This I know very little about, but this is actually pretty interesting from someone who's played Idola before. Essentially, they're going to be transforming cards, so this is likely going to mess with the meta a bit, I imagine. But essentially, based on the panel you put the card on, it will transform into it'll either stay the same from what it looks like, because it looks like there's some panels where it's not affected. Either stay the same, it'll transform into the Law variant or the Chaos variant of the character, which I assume has different effects from what I can tell. But I don't know 100%, so we'll have to see. Line Strikers, you'll have to let me know. Going further, we have a Fantasy Revival AC scratch. First draw, of course, free, and then, of course, a bunch of Revival items. And then the scratch count bonus is weapon stealthing. Do not pull just for weapon stealthing. You can quite literally get one from base game, so just do yourself a favor. Toho collab is here. Toho themed stuff, build parts, outfits, weapon camos, movements. The bad apple is gonna make me have to mute part of the the video itself. It's gonna be annoying, but it is what it is. So all really, really good stuff. And then second half. So that was all first half. Now we're moving on to the second half. First half was very, very front loaded, by the way. So second half, we have Hot Summer Dash, very straightforward, just another LTQ. This is the single player variant. This is gonna actually have ARC records involved with it as well. As I mentioned beforehand in the other version of this, that this will be kind of like a practice for you. This will be a practice for the ARC record variant of the single player version of this. And of course, it'll include title tasks. So we also have another Revival scratch. This is for the summer outfits. That'll include Aina and Manon. First draw also free, as is per usual. And like I mentioned earlier, whenever we get a new weapon, we ever get new weapon variants and upgrades, we also have the AC support select item scratch tickets coming back. This is going to include this time around the AC and the SG. So this one is for the Lars augments. If you need to get those, it's totally fine. Interesting thing here is this is double rate, or oh, hold on, this is not paused. There we go. This is going to have a higher drop rate. This says the parfait augments is doubled, and the first prize slip is on the first 12 draw. So a single 12 pull, which is like just your normal 11 or 10 pull, whatever, your 12th pull is going to get you a scratch count bonus, which is really, really good in my opinion. Like if you're going to pull on this in the first place, or if you still, I mean, basically at any point in time that you were looking to pull, like this is actually really, really solid. This is one of those situations I mentioned beforehand early on where they should put something, they should put something early in the actual like AC scratches if they want people to pull on them, to not only make it worth your time, but also make it just like worth your money. Because you're going to get hosed by the RNG everyone's going to at some point in time in their lives. An 8-player version of another quest. So this quest is interesting. This is a LTQ. It's called a Massive Machine Assault. They mentioned specifically that this is going to have multiple different paths and different bosses at the end. So you've got Ruin, you have Grants, and you have a new enemy called Heat Sparazzle, or whatever the heck. The new Heat Sprazzle enemy is able to deal damage to allies as well as enemies, while Ruin Grants also just has a ton of lasers. So Ruin Grants is an enemy from the previous games. And Heat Sprazzle, of course, is supposed to be like a new. Actually, that looks like a variant of. Chat, what's the name of that enemy? You guys know what I'm talking about? I can't remember what the name of it is, but that looks like a variant of another enemy we've had beforehand. But he just blasts things away. Anyway, but the interesting part to this is its structure of the quest. It looks very similar to a previous like base PSO2 quest style, where it's kind of like a path that you go down, killing enemies, killing bosses, and things like that, so you get to the very end. And it has multiple different paths that change. Hopefully, this isn't a situation where the paths change each day, and they can change from quest to quest, which will keep things a bit more fresh and a bit more interesting. And of course, it's going to include limited time tasks, so on and so forth. Can only see fire. Look right here. You can tell right here based on it. There's the arm, or like there's this little claw arm. Like we've had this enemy in game before. I just don't remember what his name is. I'll zoom in really quick for you guys. Like I can't remember what his name is, but we've had this enemy in game before. He usually like switches from like tank mode into like quadruped mode and stuff like that. New mission pass. Mission pass things are mission pass things. Notable thing here is just the club stuff being added in, so that's pretty dope. We have another AC Scratch, Stylist Summer. We have emotes that likely are going to cause the NGS community to be really, really weird, really, really quickly. And yes, I will be getting Wall Slam too. Don't at me. They showed a Type 1 variant of this outfit, by the way, too, so this is totally fine. Then we can also see the Zia Andy outfit, and then of course the Type 1 variant of it. These shoes are really weird, so we'll have to, hopefully we can toggle these off. And then, of course, we have the Idle Hug Me. There's like an Idle Hug Me, an Idle like Scared or whatever, and then they did Long Leap 2 this time around. We got some Revival Scratches. I have nothing to say about these. They're Revival Scratches. If you're happy about them, you're happy about them. They're base PSO2 spec. And we have our final AC Scratch of the month. This one is going to be Elegant Harmony, and this one has elegant outfits. And then we have Signature Idol 5, which I think is kind of cool looking personally. Weapon Pose 14, which is for Gun Slash or Gunblade. So pretty cool there. And then they did Majestic Wings, which I feel like we've already had before. So yeah. And that's basically it. We had some questions. They wanted to talk about some stuff. From a lot of the developers talked about the AC Scratch ticket campaign. They mentioned specifically this isn't the first time. This is the first time this happened, but this won't be the only time it'll happen. So it'll happen more in the future. I want to do these more with AC Scratches as well as their SG stuff they usually do. It'll happen again. They talk about the 13-star Vulcan weapon series and how they're going to get more powerful. They said there are more upgrades for them in the future. They didn't specify that these are going to be stronger than our Krez weapons, and usually they will specify if the new weapons are going to be stronger than everything else by telling you that yes, the power is going to let you know that it's going to be stronger, so on and so forth, right? So nothing too crazy there. I don't assume they're going to be stronger than Krez weapons. I believe it's going to take at least until the final upgrade for them to be stronger than Krez weapons. So if you happen to have a Krez, you're probably still okay. Legend 2 rarity weapons, they talk about the fact that these weapons are going to be upgraded in December apparently. So if this is a weapon series that you like, you are safe to upgrade it and use it. They mentioned that it is a 13-star weapon series, so it's going to have 13-star weapon series power. But again, they don't mention specifically it's going to be stronger than Krez, so just keep that in mind. Then they had questions. Easy to forget to use your scratch tickets and reward box medals in your storage. I felt that this was targeted at me because I forget to do this all the time. TLDR, they're going to make it so you can use it from your storage. They're working on that. Save 40 creative space designs. That's not enough. I don't know people that have 40 designs saved, honestly, but I also don't do that much creative space. So maybe this is just a skill issue on my part. People asked if they can bump up to 60. They said 40 is already stretching it. So TLDR, no, not allowed. And the final one was, are they adding in a favorites feature for stamps? This one feels like no one actually asked this. This feels like it's this was cherry picked to say, hey, we're adding in a feature for stamps. So there you go. And that was basically it. And then they have the Alter Yumiya collab that's going to be on the horizon in September. We also have them talking about these weapons. Essentially, they're going to be basically they're a jewel motif. It's going to start out as an uncut jewel, moving into like an actual polished off jewel by the final upgrade. So, and they're also going to follow class colors. So I mentioned that hopefully you guys enjoy that. You'll use these. Might be a reason to pick up the Almaties if you can get a hold of them. But I will still be farming my Joel Vung out to get the fixes I need for it. when it eventually becomes a more powerful weapon, I'll be able to upgrade to it and use it in that situation itself. And then they mentioned that, hey, we have a broadcast that will be on the 17th of next month in Japan. They're going to be pulling information from that for the next headline wave. They're also going to be releasing some other things on the YouTube channel, or on the official YouTube channel whenever it does come up. So in case you want to get some more context earlier on, you can, but you can also just wait until the headline wave. They're going to be reviewing that stuff then as well. We'll likely take a look at it as well on our end here too. That's pretty much it. That was everything for the headline. As far as my thoughts on the headline itself, pretty solid. I mentioned the things I mentioned earlier on when it comes to the story and all that stuff. So, I mean, like I mentioned beforehand, I'd like to see a bit more interaction in the story itself. I would like to see, well, not interaction in the story, but interaction in the mini stories where we have like little mini quests to kind of go along with them as well. Again, my major, like, this is very similar to this situation, is like when we went through the tournament arc for the hero class, and they explained that sort of stuff to us, so on and so forth. Like just some tiny things like that I feel like will be a bit more engaging as far as the mini stories, because we do need them. I do believe we legitimately do need these mini stories to actually have people care about these characters. So good stuff. I'm excited to see what is on the horizon. And that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, just be kind to one another. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe and keep up with more. As always, thank you to the channel members. You guys are fantastic. And I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care, my friends. Peace out.